What is up? Happy Monday, baby. Ken, I've got to say, the walk-in today, my knees were very chilly.
Yeah. Yeah, my hairs were sticking straight out.
Yeah.
Should have pulled a Joe Namath and wore some pantyhose.
I would have. You know what? They were making fun of you downstairs, Ken. They're like, ask Ken about the kicker for Oklahoma was wearing, what were you wearing, Skims or whatever?
Something like that. I don't care if he wears a male G-string. As long as he can kick 55-yard field goals, I'm good.
And he could. And that's what mattered. Are you happy, man?
Oh, yeah.
Are you just going to roast Jackson?
Nah.
Oh, you should.
Nah.
I'll do it for you.
I'm not a good trash talker.
No,
I'm just
you know
not
what?
good
You're
at
not. You're too nice of a guy in the trash talking world.
I don't know. I just love the whole experience.
Yes.
And it's great when you win.
It is.
I'm not going to lie. I'm glad I won. And, whoo, boy, we were in hostile territory.
I follow this
hostile territory.
This British couple. They come over here like every couple months, and they spend a month here traveling around.
Yeah.
They got here like Thursday, and then they traveled here to Tennessee. And then Saturday, they went to the Tennessee Vols game.
Yeah.
And they said they'd never, ever been in a thing like that ever before. And it was the most amazing thing. They're like outside of Tennessee losing, which obviously, but they said it was still, this is coming from an English soccer world where the chanting and stuff, and I don't think they're really super English fans, but, even they're Brits, they were just amazed at the atmosphere of that, when it went dark and then,
Oh, yeah.
It was incredible. And then except for the part where the game played for them and they lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sooners look good.
Yeah, we did just enough. We did just enough to win. We were able to get Tennessee to commit some turnovers, and that helped. And good win, and but the experience was outstanding, man. I'm telling you, that stadium is iconic.
Oh,
and it is loud.
It is so loud.
I'm telling you. I have no idea how the players on the field were able to hear each other.
There's something about like the chaos and the craziness of it's a blackout, the place goes dark, right? And then all of a sudden, Rocky Top starts to play in that eerie kind of Halloween way.
Yeah, they do that for the dark mode, that eerie version.
Yeah.
And I mean, man, it is cool to see.
Where it's just got that echo and there's no music and it's almost a little slow.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so awesome.
I mean, Neyland Stadium and the Tennessee Vols, they have like a 30-minute pre-game show leading up to kickoff. And they've got a DJ.
Yeah.
I cannot remember his name, but I mean, that dude, he's the star of the show.
Yeah.
And, I mean, their sound system is incredible.
Oh, it was amazing.
That bass line hits, and, I mean, you're shaking. You're vibrating when that bass line hits. I'm ready to go back.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go back.
That was just awesome. Awesome. Win, fun, lots of it. What are you going to do? If you're sad, look, I apologize. If you're a Vols fan, I didn't expect Oklahoma to score that many points.
No, I did not either. We got helped by that fumble return for a touchdown. That definitely helped.
What was the score?
33-27.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But
that's the most points you guys have scored in the SEC, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So up to the Vols game, we had only scored 26 points.
Oh man!
But we got a defense our defense is elite.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like to see players get hurt.
No.
But there were a lot of Vols that were getting up slow after that defense was hitting them.
Yeah, there was some struggles out there.
And that's what you got to have. And fortunately, they all got up.
Yeah.
Because I do not like seeing players get hurt.
No, last night I watched I turned on the TV just in time to see Jaden Daniels' arm go backwards.
Ooh.
Did you see it?
No.
Dislocated his elbow.
Oh.
Put his hand down, and his elbow kept going forward when the rest of his head was not. So when you put your arm out and it's facing in the other direction and you're supposed to be facing in forward, that is not a good look.
Goodness.
That goes in. Then last week you had that Scatabo guy in.
I love that kid.
Yeah, he's the workman's kind of, great value
Yes.
version of what's his name over the 49ers.
Their fullback?
Yeah, they're running back.
I don't know.
McCarty or whatever his name is.
Oh, not JJ. Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, McCaffrey, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's that person. But, man, he dislocated and broke his ankle. And they said the other day, is way worse than you guys realize. Not only did it dislocate and spun, it came all the way through, and his entire leg was, exposed.
That's too bad,
Yeah,
man.
that is bad because he was having one of those great years.
He's fun to watch. He is an old school football running back.
Yeah. You
Just
watch
a
him.
jarhead,
You
man.
watch him, and you're like, you're going to have CTE. But you know what? Thank you.
That's right. I mean, you do not want to hit this guy anywhere but his ankles.
No.
Because he's going to pile drive you.
Yeah, and because he's a meathead.
He
runs
is.
straight at you.
He's like an anvil.
he's a meathead.
Just boom.
He's a meathead.
Man,
That's it.
I hated that he's hurt like that.
Yeah, I did too. That was awful. We had to run some errands this weekend. By the time I got home, I got to see the end of it. And really all that mattered to me was this.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Kirk bounces one up the middle. Bits to the back. Over to first to beat the champ. You gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall and win back-to-back titles.
Doyers!
Doyers. So is that how they pronounce it out in L.A.?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Doyers.
Because they have such a huge following in Latin America.
Right.
Because they were the first ones down in the Dominican Republic. And in Mexico, because of Fernando Venezuela and all, it's the Doyers.
The Doyers.
The Doyers! And, man, I tell you what, my grandfather used to pronounce, hey, Shad, you want to come over tonight? We watch the Doyer game? I'm like, hell yeah. Yeah, Grandpa, I'll come on over, watch the Doyer game. He'd sit there. He'd have his food, right, get a big old burger and stuff, and he'd have his little dog right next to him, and he'd just watch the Doyers with his Doyer hat on. It's like he's smiling in heaven.
That's cool, man.
So, yeah, it was great. It was a hell of a weekend. We did a little trick-or-treating.
Yeah. How'd it go?
It was good. We went around. You know what? We trick-or-treated for about an hour and a half. Kids got a lot of stuff.
Good weather.
My wife got a lot.
Oh, yeah?
She took a bag out. Everywhere she went, they were just throwing her candy. She goes back, I got so much candy.
All right.
And then we drove around, too, to look at some of the wackadoos. Man, Broadway was – we're sitting there. We're getting ready to cross and just take a peek down Broadway. And my daughter, Lily, she's looking out the window, my stepdaughter. And it's only like 8 o'clock. And this guy's all – I'm like, it's 8 o'clock and you're vomiting everywhere?
He'd probably been going since 10 o'clock in the morning,
probably.
man.
Yeah, there was a lot of outfits out there. There was a lot. Ladies, you know who you are.
And remember, everything online stays
online. And you're totally fine with that. You were totally fine with that. It was an interesting, it was a lot of fun. Good times. Everything was good. It was a nice, quiet kind of night.
All right.
So the weather was perfect. I'll tell you what, though, man. What are we looking like this week? Because it is chilly outside.
Ooh, let's see here, Brother Chad. Actually, nice weather. Chilly at night, but, I mean, we're going to be, kind of chilly today. 63, the expected high today. But then Wednesday looks to be tomorrow, actually, high of 70, mostly sunny. Mostly sunny Wednesday, high of 74. Oh. Thursday, all sun, high of 72. Then Friday, we have a return of about a 50% chance of showers.
Okay. Well, there goes. It did rain, though, I'll tell you that, on Saturday.
Did it?
That was a nightmare here.
Oh, yeah, it did.
It did. It came down in some massive swaths of rain. I was like, what the hell's going on? Thought this wasn't supposed to start till after Thanksgiving.
Interesting. I guess it did. It kind of spit a little bit down in Murfreesboro, but it wasn't a full-on rain.
It was definitely cool. And I was, you know what? I'm not quite sure we're going to use our air conditioner on Thanksgiving.
You don't think so, huh?
I'm sure we're going to have we'll have a day or two of a bump.
Yeah.
But it was so chilly this morning when I woke up.
Oh, it was.
And so I go down to my studio, and I had to turn the heater on. And, of course, the first time you turn the heater on, it smells like the house is going to burn down.
Yes. Yeah, because of all the lint.
Yeah, because of all the lint, everything. Like, oh, this is good. But I had to turn it on. I was like, man, it is freezing. I had to wear slippers instead of my flip-flops. I don't know who you think you are. Whew. Damn weather. So I see that we're going to government still shut down.
Still shut down, dude.
Bell, we're 2 days away from the world championship shutdown record.
I'm hoping it happens.
Yeah, I think it's going to. Tomorrow will be a tie, and they're not getting anything done. Doesn't seem like getting anything done.
Yeah, when are they even going to vote again? I haven't even seen when
I haven't
they're going to
either.
vote again.
I haven't either, and I know now that they are going to fund a portion of the whatever was in the emergency fund. They're going to give out to everybody.
Yeah, I think they said there's $4.5 billion in it,
and I don't know.
but they need $9 billion to fully fund it.
Yeah, so basically, if you got $200, you're getting $100.
Yes,
That's the way that's going to go. You got 2 hundies, you're getting a hundo.
going to be about half.
Yeah, and then it's as far as the rest of it goes. You're right. I haven't seen even yesterday on the morning shows. Nobody seemed urgent to get this thing back.
No,
there wasn't this push. Like, we got to get back. We got to do it. I mean, they were saying, well, it was their fault or it's their fault. But nobody was saying, you have to do it. We have to. Outside of Fetterman, who just looks and goes, man, all these people are idiots.
And that's coming from the guy with the stroke.
That's coming from the guy that during the debate against Dr. Oz, he started with, hello, good night, because he'd had a stroke.
well, and I mean he's going completely against what his party is doing.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's going to face repercussion for it. But
there are people on Twitter just screaming for him to be primaried.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't follow the groupthink, you are in trouble.
yeah.
The problem is, who are you going to primary? He's still 4 years away.
Right.
5 years away from primary. What?
He's got some time.
What are you going to primary? You going to primary today? Okay, knock yourself out. Okay, I still have 5 years here.
Right.
And I think I feel like he could follow in the footsteps of Kirsten Sinema in Arizona, who came in there and she was kind of a radical coming up through, the local side of stuff and into the state legislature. Then she got into to the Senate, and it was like, oh, okay, these people are all idiots and they're here for themselves. Nobody's here to actually do really any work. So I'm not going to be like them. I'm not. And,
She was very similar to Manchin in the way that she approached things, and both of them are gone now.
Yeah, but Manchin was there for a long time.
Yeah, but Manchin got to the point where he was just like, what we do doesn't work. We need to change it. And they were like, no, we don't.
No, we don't. And the other thing is, too, Manchin survived a long time as a Democrat in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Well, and he was old school Democrat.
Yeah, he was. He was very much a moderate in so many ways. He was kind of like, I was talking about Harry Reid. Harry Reid was, today he'd be a super conservative. He was pro-life. He wasn't for marriage equality. I mean, there's all these things about Harry Reid. You sit back and you go, what?
Yeah.
But that's a different world. And I think that nowadays that's why that, Montani's doing so well, is because he understands I'm going to where the people are who are going to make the most noise, and that's the internet.
Yep.
I watched him this weekend. He's at a club spinning with a DJ.
Yeah.
Matt has a really good saying that yesterday's Democrats are today's socialists, and today's Republicans are yesterday's Democrats.
Yeah, it's kind of it. That's basically it. I mean, it's so true. It is. I mean, I watch some of these people, and I'm thinking to myself, you guys are all out of touch. There's so many of them out of touch with reality, though. I mean, whether it's the left and their wackiness that lives in wacky world where they spew stuff that's not real about, women and men, they're all the same and blah, 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 blah. I mean, there was a thing this weekend from one of the soccer teams in the women's soccer league. We'll talk about that later. Both of them are out of touch at times. Trump throwing a Gatsby party. Probably not the time to do it. The Great Gatsby. If you guys know anything, if you read the book, it's basically about the opulence and wealth and the never-haves. And you're just like, everybody's out of touch with everything. Does anybody live a normal life? Not there. All right, coming up, a lot of stuff to get to today. We'll talk more about the government shutdown. Venezuela, Hallmark. Already watched my first Hallmark movie. You're welcome. That's all I got to say that, baby.
It's on, man.
It is so on.
I mean, I know Thanksgiving is next, but it's full on Christmas.
Oh, it
dude.
is full on Christmas. And sure enough, I went straight to the Hallmark movie at 2 o'clock this morning and got up early. And it put me behind the 8 ball because I've watched the whole thing through. I thought, well, I'll pause it here. Nope, watch the whole damn thing through.
What was this one about, man?
This was the one where she is a influencer / kind of like a Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
And she's created a fake family, and then she's got to get people in her friends to pretend to be the fake family.
Oh.
And it doesn't go well, but it goes well. It was awesome. It's everything I want.
And that's Hallmark. It doesn't go well, but it goes well.
It goes the way it's supposed to go. Absolutely. Everybody should be mad at her, but instead they love her more. That's why we love it, kids. That's why we love it. You see the show. Shame on you. Happy Monday. It's the Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 99.7.
Shame, shame, shame. You should have known better.
When a teenager in Heidelberg, Mississippi ran into the house to say he had seen a monkey in the yard, his mom grabbed her gun and took a shot.
The first time, he just sat there.
Jessica Bond Ferguson had heard that the escaped rhesus monkeys might be sick.
And I shot again, and that's when he went back.
The monkeys that survived the initial crash were loaded onto another truck headed to an undisclosed location. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Yeah. She killed one.
Is she really?
Yeah. So
They're sending them to the same place Cheney used to hide.
yeah. So she shot one. Kid came in, and she's got 5 kids from 4 to 16. And lo and behold, I saw this. Remember that in the movie Outbreak? Cuba Gooding Jr.? That was she Cuba Gooding Jr.'d it. She got it. Dead. I don't know how many. I think there's a few out there still.
This was in Mississippi,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, this is not the one that escaped at the costume store in Texas.
Right. Okay.
Okay, because you got to love Texas. You never know what's going to happen.
That's how the zombie apocalypse starts.
That's exactly how this thing starts. It's a rhesus monkey.
Kind of feel sorry for these monkeys,
Yeah,
man.
it never asked to be, first of all, injected with COVID and Hep B and whatever else it has, herpes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Now they're out there scared to death. And I mean, you got to protect your family. I get it.
But still.
But I feel bad for them.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you think about it, I mean, it's kind of what we do is kind of brutal. It's like.
Well, wasn't Fauci testing on
all kinds of crap?
He was testing on beagles.
Yeah. Yeah. Doing horrible things to beagles. What was he trying to do then? He was doing something with their heads, right? I don't know. Oh, God. It's just. And I know. I get it. We're not going to do that to humans, test certain things. But when you think about the fact, like you said, these things are terrifying.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, they're in survival mode.
Yeah. And the other thing is they've been around people their whole life, so they're not afraid of people.
Right.
And they're not quite sure how to
They
react.
just hate them for all the injections they give them.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, God, it's horrible, though. Because you're right. It's like, you got to protect your family. That being said, this thing didn't ask for it. And they cost a gank of money because we're talking to that guy from the muscular dystrophy saying some of these mice and rats that they they genetically breed them in such a way it costs them like $25,000. That's insane. Oh, geez. Shot killed it. Shot killed it dead.
I mean, I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah, but you shoot turtles for God's sakes. I don't know if you should be one talking about this.
Well, they better not be messing with my fish.
But you know what? She said, I took the first shot, the thing never moved.
Yeah.
Because it didn't know. It doesn't know anything.
Doesn't know what's going on.
No, it's not in survival mode in the sense of that thing probably didn't see her as a predator.
Right.
Because it doesn't know anything other. It's probably been born, raised, and exposed to horrific things only in the laboratory around bad people wearing coats. So, oh my goodness. Well, I don't know how many more are out there. Hopefully they catch but you're like, wouldn't you just rather, I mean, for their sake, isn't it better if they get blasted?
Yeah.
Because then they don't have to go through hell? So we could have better makeup or whatever they're testing for. Was it herpes?
There is something to that, yeah.
VD? I don't know what they gave him. Something. Haven't we fixed the VD thing? Oh,
That's
geez.
a good point.
Yeah, so it's a shame. It's a shame. We don't want that. We don't want that. You shot a woodpecker too, Ken?
Well, I was 10 years old, and I had a brand new Daisy BB gun.
No, that doesn't count.
And I'll put it to you this way. After that experience, I never shot any more birds.
Oh, wasn't a good experience?
No, it was a terrible experience.
Okay. Well, see, guys, that's why.
Especially for the woodpecker.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, there you go. You just.
Woodpeckers are tough.
They are.
I'll tell you, a little single pump Daisy BB gun just didn't do the job.
Okay. Well, there. See, now we get it. We understand now that
I had to do something to put the little fella out of his misery.
Oh, that gets worse.
And it was.
Oh, that's an episode of Silver Spoons.
It was quite traumatizing to me.
It's like that episode of Andy Griffith where Opie shot the mother bird and had to raise the three.
Yeah.
By himself.
And they named him Blinkin' and Nod.
Oh, God, that is so funny. I get it. Look, it's a horrible thing when you have to do something like that. But you don't know because you're a kid. It's the first time you know. If it would have been one shot, it might have been different.
Yep.
But then you had to get close to death.
And I actually had to be accountable for it.
Oh, look at that's the way he works, though, guys.
Accountability.
Damn accountability. All right, coming up, we'll talk a little bit about healthcare, Venezuela, all kinds of stuff. And New Mexico doing something today that everybody's paying attention to. Very interesting. We'll talk about that as well. Missing the show, as we always say, shame, grab the podcast. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Dun, 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 dun. Right track, wrong track. Got a lot of those things this weekend. Are we on the right track? Are we on the wrong track?
A majority of Americans think that the country is headed in the wrong direction. About 2/3 say the U.S. is pretty seriously off on the wrong track, while just under a third believe things are moving in the right direction. And when it comes to President Trump's handling of key issues, our poll found that Americans are giving him low marks. Majorities disapprove on how he's managing nearly every area tested, everything from tariffs and the economy to foreign relations and immigration.
Yeah. It's interesting. Immigration, he is getting some really high marks. The raids, this is the whole thing about when we have elections. People want all of these things, but they want it to be in a way that it doesn't make them uncomfortable. The raids and whatnot. And that's not true. The economy, though, is still the number one thing, end all to be all, when it comes to any of the things that we talk about. Because whether he goes in and sorts out Nigeria, deposes Maduro, stops all of this other stuff going on globally, whatever, none of it matters if the economy is not strong.
52%, a slim majority of Americans see that the economy has gotten worse since Trump took office. About a quarter say it's improved, and 20% say it has stayed the same. And lower income families seem to be feeling the pinch the most. Nearly 6 in 10 households making under $50,000 a year say the economy is worse now. About 6 in 10 Americans also blame Trump directly for the current rate of inflation.
And again, we're a checkbook-based society when we go and we vote. And if we feel that way, and remember, what do I always tell you guys about this? Throw out the Republicans, throw out the Democrats, look at the people that are in the middle. They'll vote Republican sometimes, they'll vote Democrat sometimes. They're sick and tired of both parties. They don't have a good third party, so they want to see who's going to sell the dream the best. And that's a big deal. Right? Now, it's not like the Republicans are 65% of Americans think, the Republicans they're putting us on the wrong track. 63% of the Americans think the Democrats are putting us on the wrong track. So even amongst their own, nobody's happy about everything. Everybody's got a part to play in this. And expense is huge. By the way, for a large, Ken, you might find this interesting. So for a large, I went to my old ACA account to look up how much it would cost. God. Man, if it was me, I'm rolling the dice.
Yeah, there's a story, I think, on ABC here where some woman's premiums are up $450.
Yeah, well, there's one woman who on ABC, $285 to I think a little over $1,000.
Yeah.
For her and her fam. I'm rolling the dice. I'm sorry. I'm rolling it.
I mean, you might as well, man.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you're paying that just for the premium, it's not going to pay for everything.
No, it can't. It's impossible.
So you might as well just kind of put some money back and hope it doesn't happen.
It is, I want the Republicans, because I saw MTG. She was on Bill Maher this weekend, and I thought she did a pretty good job. Once again, Bill always says it. The Republicans will come into the den when, very rarely you're going to get a Democrat that will go into the den of evil. But I'm sitting there thinking to myself, because I looked up for just me, and it was so ridiculous. If you are semi-healthy, and you may need to go to the doctors once a year to get a prescription, but for the most part, you're in pretty good shape, you're not going to pay $1,500 a month. Any of that. It's just not happening. $1,100. No way. Depending, again, where you live in the country. You live in another part of the country, you may pay $500, $450. Still. Whoa, that's insane. That is absolutely insane. And I'm looking around going, if you were living at that point where you were doing okay, I watched this, I'll see if I can find her. She was on the TikTok, and she gets some SNAP benefits. And she goes, she's a nurse. She goes, I make $32 to $36 an hour, depending on where I work for the week. She goes, it's her and her daughter. She goes, I take home about $3,800 a month. She goes, my house payment's $2,000 a month. And then she breaks it down. And by the end of the month, she's got like $200 for food and gas. And you're thinking to yourself, you're a nurse.
Wow.
You're a nurse. It's frustrating. People are frustrated. Childcare being one of them. New Mexico everybody's got their eye on New Mexico because New Mexico is doing something where free healthcare, free childcare for everybody.
So this is a monumental and exciting day in New Mexico's history and the nation's history.
New Mexico is getting ready to roll out its universal free childcare initiative starting November 1st. The change eliminates income limits to qualify for child care assistance and promises to save about $12,000 per child per year. The Early Childhood Department says in July, 1,500 out of the 1,900 child care providers statewide were already accepting child care assistance, adding they've seen interest from other providers as well.
We expect now through an internal survey that was conducted a few weeks ago with about a 50% response rate that 89% of our providers are thrilled, excited, and are ready to join the state in this effort to make high quality childcare available to all New Mexicans regardless of income.
That's massive. I don't know how they're going to pay for it. I don't know if they're going to rob another state like a bank.
Yeah.
But
I wonder what that's going to look like too.
Yeah, I do.
Like
is there a cutoff like 5? Once they go into school, do you have to pay for after school?
Right.
So is it only toddlers? Because they weren't really specific on this, but I think it's pretty much across the board that you get free childcare. The average childcare in America, again, Maryland or Virginia was like $28,000 a year. Massachusetts was just like insane.
Yeah, for good quality.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You're dropping your 2-year-old off with somebody. You want to make sure they're not nuts.
Yes.
And do something horrible. You're trusting somebody with your child for several hours in the day. So, and you also want to make sure they don't come back to you smelly, just kind of all thumped up. The other kids beat them up. You paid no attention. They're outside smoking and just getting the money. So you want that good. That's going to cost you. That ain't free. That isn't free. So the average is a little over $13,000 a year. Again, I think it was Maryland, Virginia was like it was like 28,000, just so insane. Yeah. And then, and Mississippi was like $9,000 a year. So $13,000 is about where it's at. And I don't know exactly what it looks like. Now they've been doing this on a means test base where they played, around with the numbers. And if you were at that poverty level or just above, you got free help. But I only think that went to like 4 or 5. I think once you got into elementary school, if they stayed after, you had to pay a little something. But still, I mean, many of you listening, if you have kids and you didn't have to pay for childcare, that'd be a helper. But it also goes back to how you pay for childcare. Because you could say it's free, but I think we all know it ain't free.
No, it's not free, and I also wonder since it's government, what sort of what sort of hoops are you going to have to jump through, and what are you going to have to put up with as far as government scrutinizing you possibly?
Well, from what I understand so far, and again, this is New Mexico, it's a little different. They're looking at this, and there's not enough of the child care that they need right now, so they're trying to open up more places. There's not enough, but you're right. What are you going to have to put up with? What is the what's the licensing requirement also for the people that are going to be doing this?
Right.
Because let me tell you something, the minute somebody finds out that government's doing a program, this is where childcare gets out of control. Just like government control when it comes to spending money for health care, or God forbid, spending money when it comes to college tuition. Yes, Bill.
The prices are about to get pretty expensive because everybody's going to want a bigger slice of that subsidy pie.
Well, that's just it. So now I open up a place, and normally I'm charging $250 a kid. Well, if I know the government's paying for it, why wouldn't I want to charge $450 a kid?
Bingo.
Because they're not going to say anything. And this is where it starts to, and it gets this way too with all kinds of things, whether it's, school vouchers and stuff. You'll see they'll open up places, and everybody starts to open up a place because they think it's free money. All I got to do is get licensed by the state. They're going to hand me all these people. It's going to be free money, and I'm not going to have to do too much. And then I can hire people. So I'm making $60 an hour. I can hire 2 people for $12 an hour for 24, and I'm still doing okay. Telling you, you got to watch it.
It's always the details.
Everything is the deets, baby. Every single thing is the details. You got to look at the details. Somebody says you might want to promote, parents staying at home. That'd be great. Parents can't afford it.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, even though most of one of the parents' income will possibly go to child care, the little bit they have left over, they actually need.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just it. So if you're bringing home, $2,500 a month and $2,000 goes to daycare because of your kids, you got 2 of them, that $500 is needed for, food, for, utilities, all of the things.
Keeping a car running.
Yeah. So it's weird that you're working to pay somebody to watch your kids, but that extra $500 is going to help you get over the hump, and you may be the person who's also getting health care. So there's a lot of things, I'm telling you. Trust me, I think if you ask most moms and dads, they would love to have that opportunity for both of them to stay at home, work from the house.
I tell you what, dude, my wife and I, we lived in New Mexico for about 3 years. And that's where our first child was born, our daughter. And at the time, it was just my income. We could not afford childcare. So my wife quit work, stayed home, and we made it on, I think at the time, dude, I was making $24,000 a year.
God.
But we made it work. But it was tight,
it was beans and rice, am I right?
Yeah. I mean, we weren't going out to eat every weekend,
No.
like we can now. And it was tight, but we had to do it because, my wife, she just did not trust childcare. she was not going to drop Amara off somewhere, and I'm not saying anything bad about child care workers out there at all. It's just something that she did not trust, and so we made that sacrifice.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
It is hard.
And I don't know if you could do that in some places today.
No, I don't think you can.
You definitely could not do that here in Middle Tennessee.
No, I think it's virtually impossible in any of these places unless you're making not just 6 figures, well above the 6-figure zone. If somebody's going to stay at home and you're going to have an okay life where the kids at least have their own room.
Yes.
So,
yeah, we lived in a little 2-bedroom, and it was a real Adobe house. Oh, man, I loved it.
Oh, those are so cool.
I freaking loved it, dude.
What was the rent there, though?
I think we paid, and see, that's the thing. We paid probably $700 a month.
Yeah.
For a little Adobe home, and on $25K a year, that was big. That was a big chunk out of one of those checks.
Yeah, no doubt. But you got by.
But we got by. We made
But it was
happen.
tough, man. It was like you get by with a prayer and cross fingers, hoping that your tire don't burst.
Yes, sir.
Hoping your tire don't burst.
Exactly.
So, because we've all been there. I've been there. Everybody listening, you guys have all at one time or another been there. Bell's still there. Still there.
Brother Bell's got all those pets, man.
Yeah, do you know how expensive it is for me to put Bell in preschool? You know how expensive that is? Every day I have to go out and get him before we get in here. Good God. Coming up. So that British family, I told you, the British couple that goes to the football game, wait till you hear what else they did that was truly the greatest thing that they've did. It's hilarious. We'll talk about that straight ahead. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Oh, kids. America.
Right behind me is the world's biggest gas station. Only America can make a gas station an attraction that everybody wants to come and see.
I'm not sure what we're going to expect in here, but let's go see what we can find.
Guys, I wasn't expecting this. It's like its own universe, and we've already gone in on the food.
Oh, it looks so
I
good.
couldn't help myself. And the guys behind the counter, like, they do a sing-song. What is this place? I could stay in here forever.
It's like Disneyland for adults.
Yeah, it is. Disneyland for hungry adults.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm talking about Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's, baby. They're outside. So you got these Brits, and they were on their way to the Tennessee Volunteers game against Oklahoma. And they were in there for like 2 hours. It was the greatest. You know what? I got to be honest. I love Buc-ee's. I'll say it.
I do too, man.
It is awesome.
Where is one around here? Because I've never been in one.
There's a couple. You got to get a ways out of here.
Yeah, there's one in Crossville.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a drive and a half.
Yeah. So, it's like as you're heading towards leaving the state,
Yeah.
you're going to run into a few of them. So you're heading towards, Alabama, right? You going there. You're going to Kentucky. You might be going out towards North Carolina. You're going to run into one.
Are they all the same size?
They're huge. They're all different, but I will tell you.
But you're not going to find a little
Oh,
medium-sized
God, no.
Buc-ee.
There's no kiosk like Photomat one. No, it is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, they're getting ready to, I think they're getting ready to start building one in Murfreesboro here pretty soon if they haven't already started.
Oh, my God. It is just, we were there, and Bucky comes out. I got all these pictures with him. We're dancing. We're singing songs. They make meat, and they sing songs. America, baby. This is what it's all about. Hour number 2 of the Chad Benson Show straight ahead. Whoop, whoop.